gentlemen, I've sold my bonds too, I swear it.
You lie. I don't believe you, Danglars.
Danglars, do you know what you have cost me?
You've read the paper, I presume?
But gentlemen, you've lost nothing.
I lose when I do not make.
I want to know what this is all about. I've made good every penny.
I demand to know. I will take the matter up with the Chamber, the Board of Governors.
Confess, Danglars. Confess, you are a scoundrel.
Be advised, Danglars. I am taking you to court.
After me. I take him to court first.
No, after me. On charges of false representation, mishandling of funds.
Embezzlement.
I begin by withdrawing my account from this bank.
Yes, so will I, before the run begins. The run?
If you can't trust the biggest banker in Paris, you can't.
I shall go now at once.
That's how economies got completely destroyed back in the day.
How what did?
How economies got destroyed back in the
Yes.
day. Just everyone got at once.
Yeah.
Panic.
Because the bank doesn't have enough liquid cash to cover if everybody comes at the same time and is like, hey, give me my money. You know?
Yeah. So that's him completely ruined.
Yes. Oh, we're contemplating dark thoughts, are we?
Well, he has no other option.
Ah. I hear Elba's nice this time of year.
How about Chateau Deep?
And he done did it.
Yep. Well, he only did that because there was no high building at the time.
Right, right.
But I would not want to see what his head looks like.
Musket
3 out of 4 down.
God.
I remember seeing this video. Someone had shot a ballistic gel with a musket ball in comparison to a modern day bullet, and it was just like night and day difference.
Yeah.
The one casting terrible aspersions on my father, on his integrity, on his military accomplishments, on his honor.
Yes. Do you ever watch FPS Russia, by the way?
I used to watch him, yeah.
He's really good. I only just discovered him. I don't think he does those videos anymore, but they're pretty fun. Just watching him blow stuff up.
No, he doesn't do any of the videos anymore. He was convicted of some kind of drug stuff, and all his guns were,
the ATF raided his house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not even a Russian, too. I found that out.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah.
Tomorrow morning, sir. The field of Mars. Dawn.
This 18, I want to say 33 now. Back in the days where duels were still legal.
Right, right.
Can you imagine if duels were legal nowadays? There'd be a lot less offended people around.
I mean, yeah, I'd be curious to know how many people would actually go through it. I think there'd be a lot of like bluster and like, oh yeah, I'll meet you out there, and then people just wouldn't show up or something.
I think if you didn't show up back in the day, you were considered.
You're worse than a coward. Right.
Yeah.
You would not kill my son.
He challenged me, madam.
And what would you expect from a proud son? The general is his father.
I had a father once.
Then you know how the boy feels. You can understand how zealous he is after the general's good name.
What general? My business is with a lieutenant I used to know.
What business?
Revenge, madam.
For what? For marrying the girl you loved. He does not deserve your vengeance. It was I. I was weak. I could bear my loneliness no longer. I married him because they told me you died in the Chateau d'If shortly after your arrest.
But why was I in the Chateau d'If? Why was I arrested?
I do not know.
I presume you recognize the hand?
How did you come by this?
With bribery, madam.
I cannot believe.
14 years. Because of that letter. I lived in a dungeon of the Chateau d'If. So near to you. And I never knew that you'd married. Or that my father had died of hunger?
Oh, I did not know. We had moved away.
Ask me to forgive a man for stealing my love with a lover's deception. Very well, since you ask it, I forgive him that. Ask me to forgive him for stealing 14 years of my life. Very well, forgive him. But forgive him for destroying my father. Never, madam. Never.
In my dreams, I have seen you dead.
Understand that?
Thrown
Absolutely.
to the bottom of one of those pits where jailers throw their dead prisoners. And I wake from this incessant dream with a cry, shuddering and cold.
Little late for the waterworks now, sweetheart. I think he's well past that.
Have you ever dreamed of the one you love giving her hand to a rival while you perish at the bottom of a pit?
Worse. I have seen him I loved on the point of murdering my son. Oh, Edmund, please. What good has it done for me to mourn for you eternally in the secret recesses of my heart? When I thought you dead, I should have died too. But foolishly I went on living, and for nearly 20 years compared all men to you and found them wanting. Missing you has been a day after day, year after year torment to me. And in all this time, my one consolation has been my son. My innocent son who should have been ours. Our son, Edmund.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
My understanding is that was actually pretty common, where like guys wouldn't actually fire. They would intentionally miss. Just the beef was squashed more or less.
You have every right to expose my father.
Honor is satisfied.
Absolutely, yeah.
Providence again. I am the emissary of God. I've been spared to carry out his will.
General Mondego, this special committee of the House of Deputies is well aware of your illustrious past. We salute with profound respect the decorations you bear as testament to your extraordinary military career. It is then a great disturbance to this committee to read the revelations in the newspaper, Le Journal du Globe.
His paper.
Starting yesterday with a threat of disclosures, Le Journal du Globe continues today with a long list of definite accusations. It is written here, in the Greek War when you were French emissary to the court of Ali Pasha, that you betrayed him to the Turks. It is written here...
Monsieur le Président, may I proceed immediately to my own defense?
Proceed, monsieur.
Document. A signed letter from the Ali Pasha himself reposing in me expressions of the utmost confidence. So complete was his faith in me that on his deathbed he resigned his wife and daughter to my care. His wife and daughter.
What happened to that wife and daughter?
I searched for them, Monsieur le Président. In the midst of the battle, my life was in constant danger, but I searched for them until I found them. They had been slaughtered by the enemy.
Can you produce testimony?
Bold one, this guy.
Yeah, he's full of it.
If the signed proof of Ali Pasha is not enough, I offer my word of honor as a French officer. Last but not least, this. You ask for witnesses of proof. I ask for a show of witnesses against me. What is the evidence? Some article in a scurrilous journal? Who gave these lies to this newspaper? Where is he? Let him come forth and throw a glove in my face.
Does he have a little bit of like a New Yorker accent? Like I'm struggling to place it. I don't think it's quite British.
It does sound kind of New Yorkish.
He's kind of talking like this.
I don't know. Transatlantic, maybe?
Your defense has a ring of validity.
Maybe.
Points well taken. You will therefore be gratified to learn the contents of this note I have just received, as follows. I was present at the death of Ali Pasha. I know what is become of the wife and the daughter. I claim the honor of being heard.
Who wrote those words?
The note is unsigned, sir, but the witness can be summoned on your approval. Only on your approval.
Let him appear.
Let him appear. Will you identify yourself, please?
That look of, oh crap.
Yeah, yeah, I'm screwed.
No.
In front of you, sir, is a register of my birth and my baptism. There is also in that packet a record of the sale of my person and that of my mother.
The sale, you say?
A French officer sold us into slavery for the sum of 40,000 francs.
The name of that officer?
Fernand Mondego.
Oh dear.
You were trusted by my noble father. You were loved by him as a son. He entrusted you with the safe conduct of his wife and daughter. But you're a liar, a traitor, an assassin. Assassin! It was your sword that killed my father.
Monsieur le General, will you reply?
Lies. Lies. They're lies. You take the word of an infidel foreigner against the word of a general?
Infidel? She just said she was baptized.
The woman
Like,
is an
well-
imposter.
Who is an imposter?
Throw it in there. Why not? That's
It might have been like a little bit of a racial slur.
right, right.
Those documents will prove it. They'll verify themselves soon enough.
Oh,
And when they are verified,
here we go.
Count of Mondego, hero of Yanina.
What is your connection with this woman?
Ask first, what is my connection with one named Edmund Dantes?
So, the light begins to break.
Yes.
Our sailor boy, back from the Isle of the Dead, huh? Insisting on his revenge and getting it, I begin to see, yes. Caderousse dead, Dangler dead, Villefort confined to an asylum. Is it my turn, Monte?
Yep, you're last on the list, buddy boy.
It is.
You've done it exceedingly.
Awesome.
The
Yeah.
will expose us one by one.
The window's that way, sir.
Yeah.
I suggest you jump. It would be cleaner for everyone involved.
You rule the man with exquisite finesse. But before you kick this dog to death, beware.
He barks.
Fight! For having ruined me, you now give me cause for revenge. I claim the right to send the dead back to the dead.
Right there in
Can you
the
defend
in their meeting room?
yourself, Edmund?
Right there in the meeting room.
Yeah.
In the dark.
On guard, monsieur. On guard. The two other officers like acting as crowd control, like
Yeah.
don't let them get involved.
Well, he can handle a blade. Give him that. Nice.
Don't say your prayers. You won't escape prison by the simple trick of dying.
Touche,
You'll serve your sentence in this world before you go to hell.
General Montego, you are under arrest.
Where do I start with his crimes? Harrison, I'll make you a deal. If you start dressing like that, I'll join you. There'll be
we shall revive the early 19th century style.
There'll be at least two of us.
When?
Yesterday.
I actually prefer this version's ending to the 2002 version.
God, I don't remember the ending of the 2002 one at all. I haven't seen it since the theater.
It turns out that Albert was actually Edmund's son. And Mercedes married Count Montego because she was pregnant with him. And back then, a child out of wedlock was like, no.
Right.
That would have been her completely ruined for the rest of her life. Where it's not like that in this version, though, at all.
Right.
To find my son and be near him. He's joined the army.
Albert, a soldier?
He wants to expiate his father's sins.
She looks like Helena Bonham Carter to me.
I can be of help to you both.
My son would never.
Yeah, I can see the resemblance, but as far as I'm aware, there's no relation.
Right.
Should have been, yes. But he has a father, and he has his father's name. A name you so thoroughly destroyed.
That was simple justice, madam.
Can't see you didn't have it coming.
It brought me no joy. But now my task's accomplished.
Justice over
no particular place in the world, no
what is the difference?
strong desire in life, but to make amends where I've hurt the innocent.
Avenging angels may not ask forgiveness of their victims.
I am no longer the instrument of God. I've been plunged back into nothing.
Good line.
Yeah, that is.
I'm searching for something lost. My soul, myself. For Edmund Dantes.
You will never find him.
Oh, bittersweet.
He died a long time ago in the Chateau d'If. And much of me is buried with him. But I celebrate the Count of Monte Cristo's return to the world of men. And I wish for him, from the depths of my heart, that he will find the peace for which he yearns.
I think it's a little rich to begrudge him anything he did to take revenge, personally. I think he was absolutely justified in every little bit of that, but...
Mm-hmm. Well, yes, but you have to understand the story. In destroying the Count Montego, he has destroyed her as well.
Well...
Guilt by association back then was a lot stronger than it is today.
Yeah, fair.
And now his son, and now the Count Montego's son has to go off and basically start all over again, and basically redeem the family name.
I think that's acceptable collateral damage. That guy had it coming, personally. But
oh yeah, so he certainly had it coming.
Yeah.
But collateral damage, like they don't touch on this at all. But the prosecutor, when it's exposed that the fake Italian count was his illegitimate son,
right.
When I watched this for the first time, I realized the Count Monte Cristo was having him seduce his own half-sister.
That's right. the things he'll do for money, huh?
Yeah. I don't think either one of them knew it at the time.
Well...
And that is the end.
Well, what'd you think, first of all? You tell me what you thought first.
It was a very well-made film. A very bittersweet ending, but I think it fits.
Yeah, I agree.
Not like the happy ending in the 2002 version where Count Mondego, the Countess Mondego and the Count of Monte Cristo get together at the end. This one's more realistic.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, this was really, really good. Just a good classic, like 70s kind of great cinematography. Just a really classy 70s picture. I know we started.
Good revenge.
What's that?
And a good revenge story.
Hell yes. Yeah, I know we started out this project wanting to laugh at terrible movies, but this was a really good movie, actually. Like, I don't really have any, like, negative things to say about it. Just as far as the story, like, it's really kind of a pleasure to watch, like, a really clever character, like, destroy the lives of real horrible scumbags, which is kind of the entire second half of the story, you know.
Yeah, and let that be a warning to you. Never be a scumbag one.
Man.
But also, be careful who you ruin, because you never know how long revenge is in the coming.
Yeah. Watch who you cross, I guess. Be careful about whose bad side you get on.
Yeah, Edmund waited 20 years for his revenge. Got it.
Just as far as the story itself, I don't know what literacy was like, obviously, in the early 19th century France. I assume this was written for popular audiences. I think the idea of, like, a kind of a poor common man, you know, getting back at the rich folks who done him wrong, that probably would have resonated pretty well with, like, early 19th century French folks.
Yeah, and they had, like several revolutions by that point, so...
Right, exactly, yeah. They're very...
Direct audience for that.
It was a very, very class-conscious time, and this story... certainly would resonate, I think, with those folks. So I have to assume this was written as, like, popular entertainment, because you've got the, you know, the dashing sword fights and stuff like that, and, you know.
Alexandre Dumas was a prolific writer. He wrote Man in the Iron Mask, also the Three Musketeers.
Sure.
And I think I heard somewhere that he wrote like 200 novels.
That's insane. That's Stephen King, eat your heart out, I guess. But
yeah.
But yeah, it was fantastic. I know almost nothing about Alexandre Dumas, but beyond the three famous works that we mentioned. But yeah, I don't know. You got anything else?
No, I don't know a whole lot about the man either, other than he was French.
Sure. Yeah.
Also, apparently, I heard that Alexandre Dumas came up with this story when we heard this story about this one French shoemaker who was thrown into prison, and then on trumped up charges and managed, and then he took time getting his revenge. So technically, the Count of Monte Cristo was based off inspired by a real story.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'd have to assume that was pretty rampant, like especially during the Revolution. Like there's neighbors pointing fingers at neighbors. It almost reminds me of like the Red Scare in a sense, right? Where like there's all these like, oh, you're a commie, no, you're a commie, like stuff like that. That was probably fairly prevalent, I would assume. But
yeah, and during the Revolution, like you're a royalist, you're an anti-revolutionary.
Exactly.
The only difference between them and the McCarthy era is that the Frenchmen got their heads chopped off, whereas the McCarthy victims got their reputations ruined. And then immediately after Bonaparte got kicked out, like, oh, you're a Bonapartist.
Right.
Like, I always like that one scene where the priest says, the wisdom of political machinations. I was imprisoned for defying the Pope. You were arrested for supporting him.
Yeah, the winds change based on who happens to be in power that week, I guess. But yeah, it was really fantastic. If you want to sign us out, sir, I'm relying on you for the title and the outros, if that's all right.
I'm happy to do so. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, if you're watching, that was The Count of Monte Cristo from 1975, starring Richard Chamberlain and what was the name of King Montego's actor? I'll figure it out later. But that has been our reaction to it. I hope you enjoy. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when we're up. Also, remember to check out my channel at Harrison MacArthur.
Down in the description.
Down in the description. Yeah. So until next time, guys. Peace out.
All right, kids. Be good.